Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sasha Reade. Welcome if you've not joined me before. Tonight's little video is going to be slightly different to my normal crafting. Normally I do more techniques and I do more complicated crafts. Tonight we're stripping it right down to the basics, and I've got a fun little project that anyone can do. So this might be a good idea to do over the Christmas holidays if you've got some young ones with you. It might be a good idea to do if you've never crafted before in your life and you'd really love to give it a go. So I've got a kit here. Now some of the people watching this video will recognize the kit. This is a kit that I have prepared for my children's school. They had a newsletter come out, and in the newsletter I did a little section on crafts at home. So I thought I would share with everyone how you can go ahead and make some really simple, quick and easy crafts for any age and stage. So I'm going to use this kit here. I'll show you what's in the kit. If you are from school, hello and welcome, and you should have all these bits in your kit. And then we'll go from there and start crafting. So in my kit today I have got some buttons. Some of my kits that I have prepared for school may have got several buttons, some may have a few. If they were smaller buttons you might have a few more in there than some with the larger buttons. You'll have a card that's nice and folded, ready for you to go. I've got an envelope. I've got some gems, and I've got one sheet of 6x6 paper, and it is double-sided Christmas paper. So to get started, I'm going to share with you how to make some tags really quickly. So what we need to do is cut our cardstock in half. If you don't have something to cut it in half, the most simple way to do it is to fold your cardstock in half, crease it, and then take your scissors and chop along that line just there. When you have done that, you've got two strips of paper. What we're going to do next is we're going to take our scissors and we're just going to cut off a bit at the bottom to make them more of a tag size, so we don't have these giant strips of paper. So next up we will have these 4 pieces of paper. We're going to create a tag. You can either just use your tag and leave it like this, and stick a hole in it and you'll be fine. But I'm going to share with you a quick little trick on how you can get your corners even and have a nice even looking tag. So we're going to take our scissors, we're going to trim just a little bit of the corner off, like so. So if you see that, that's your corner that we've got taken off. Now what you want to do is you want to take that corner, turn it over, stick it on that edge, and snip along that line there. And you will have 2 identical corners. As long as you turn that when you flip it to the other side, you will have 2 identical even corners on your tag. So go ahead and do that to both of your tags. Alternatively, you can just snip it and snip it, and you've got a nice little tag. Now having a hole punch is very handy. If you have not got a hole punch, then you can use a sharp object like a pencil or an end of a scissor and poke a hole in. So I'm going to open up my hole punch so I can see where the hole is. I'm going to line up my edges. I'm going to stick it in and roughly aim for the middle and punch a nice little hole. So now I've got 2 tags. So now we can embellish and decorate these. We've got our 2 leftover strips. These are quite good. You could stick them on the bottom of your tag and make them a little bit different. Having a glue stick is also very handy, or some kind of adhesive, and you're just going to stick those little strips onto the bottom of your tags. Now the nice thing about this is it is double-sided, so you can switch your tags up and have 2 different patterns for your tags if you like. If you've got a nice permanent marker, you can then come in and you can write your 2, or a nice dark marker, I should say, a nice dark black marker, and that will go over the pattern really nicely. You could write a little message at the top. Again, this is very simple crafting. This is very different to what I normally do. So I wanted to do something that the whole family can do together if we're all stuck in this Christmas. So the other alternative is, if you've got some pattern paper, you could do tags like this, and you can make birthday tags, thank you tags. You can get a whole bunch ready to go for when Christmas is all finished. You've got a whole selection of stuff ready to use in the coming year. So there's our tags. Now if you've got some string, for example, I've got some of this stuff here, you can just simply cut some of that off and stick it. This is quite fun. When you cut it, it just sheds all over the place. I keep finding these bits of hairs, and then my cat sees it and she keeps attacking it and dragging it all over the house. So we keep ending up with this tinsel string everywhere. But if you've got any kind of string, you can stick that on the edge of your tag and it just adds a little bit more. We can also come in with some of our gems, and we can dot some of those all around as well to decorate that. Moving on to the card. So we're going to do some festive baubles. We're going to use buttons to do that with. Now to work with my buttons, I like to use glue dots or adhesive dots. These are from the Pound Shop in the UK. These were £1 off of Craft Stash. They're really easy to get a hold of, and they are just a permanent double-sided glue dot. So I've just got a sheet of them here. I'm just going to pull off the one layer and you can see all those dots, and I'm just going to stick my buttons onto the dots, and I find this is the easiest way to stick down embellishments like this. They're nice and quick and simple. Now obviously with this little one here, the adhesive is sticking out the outside, and I'll share with you how you sort of take care of that. So I'm going to start with my middle one first and then work my way out, because I've got 5 buttons is what I'm going to use. If you use an odd number of buttons, that is going to be best for this. I'm going to start with my middle one. I'm going to kind of plonk him roughly in the middle. I am going to take, let's go with a green one. My next one, I'm going to kind of stick him a little bit up and over. My red one, I'll kind of go down a bit. I'm going to try and get them a little bit wiggly waggly all over my card. There's another one there. Now here's our blue one with it sticking over the edge. It's very sticky. You just tuck it under. So just push it around, tuck it under, like so, and then you've got your glue dot all nice and tucked under that button. If you've got some little twine, you can always step this up by adding some twine in between the buttons as well. If you've got stamped images of lines, you could use that. And now what we're going to do is draw our lines, which is our string. So if you've got a black marker, it'll probably be best. I'm going to come in with a fine tip black marker this time for this, and I'm going to use a ruler, because I am very bad at drawing straight lines and I want a nice straight line on here. And so I'm going to come in with my ruler and I'm just going to stick that and try and angle it, because I've put these buttons down now. You could do these one at a time, which might help you. And I'm just going to draw my line from the top of my card down to my button. Again, you can just do this with your pen. You don't need to use a ruler. However, I was quite worried about making a big mess. Now just to say, if you have some people in your life that you think this would benefit, maybe you're doing a craft event, maybe you would like to use this for your school, please do go ahead and share this. This is absolutely fine. I don't mind if any other schools take this on board and use this. That is totally fine with me. The more the merrier. Right, we're next going to draw some little ribbons. So all I do is kind of like, almost like I'm doing a half heart on each side, and then I just kind of draw a little whoop-de-whoop. I don't know what to call it. So I'm just going to do kind of like a half circle, half heart-ish thing, and then some little stringies coming out. And I'm doing that right close to the bauble, our bauble button. So it looks like the string hanging down, if that makes sense. Now I'm terrible at drawing, so yours will probably look a lot better than mine. We're gonna just draw these little bauble strings, stick them on. There we go. Now, for your message, if you've got Merry Christmas stamps or Happy Christmas stamps, or you've got stickers that say that, go ahead and stick something on there as your sentiment. You could leave it just like this and that would be fine. I'm going to write in, just so that the people that don't have any supplies at all, you can see how you can go ahead and make this your own. So I'm going to write Merry Christmas with my really terrible writing. Oh dear. There we go, and we got our little sentiment on the front of the card. Then we can come in and stick these gems down. Now I'm going to use my slightly pokey tool because I can't ever pick these off with my nails very well. I could try maybe. Let's try and get these off there. And you can stick these little gems on your baubles and make them just sparkle and shine a little bit. You could decorate them around the edge of your card to add a bit more character on there. And I've got two different colors. I've got red and I've got green. These are so easy to pick up. You can get them in all kinds of craft shops. The Pound Shop normally sells ones like this. Loads of shops sell little gems that are sticky back gems. So there we go. And that kind of finishes off a really quick, really simple, easy to do Christmas card. This will be great for anyone with disabilities, nice and easy. Anyone in schools, children could do this alongside their parents, as we've got scissors, so they can be a bit dangerous. But we've got a nice little set of tags and a card. You could also go ahead and decorate your envelope if you want, write Merry Christmas on there, but a nice, quick and simple Christmas craft. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take care. Bye.